Hello, my name is John Jasonowitz, and today I'll be showing you how to use the Excel function index match. This is an equation that you can type straight into cells in Excel and can reference other cells on the same sheet or different sheets. This equation allows users to find values in a table based off other rows and columns. For example, you can see in column A, I have a list of fruits with their quantities in column B. This can represent the quantities of fruits that a store has in stock. The way this index match equation can be used for this example is if a store manager is interested in finding a certain quantity of fruit from this list and doesn't want to read down the entire list to find it. This list is not too long, but if, for example, you have a list of 100 fruits, you don't want to take the time to read down the entire list. That would take too long. So let's see how this works. If I want to find the quantity of apples listed in column A, I can start by typing the word apple in D2. It is important that I type apple exactly how it is listed in column A. Now in E2, I can start by typing the equation with starting with an equal sign and the word index. I can see it pops up here first, so I can click on it, it'll jump open. The first thing this equation needs is to select column B, because this is the quantity of fruits I'm looking for, also the desired output. Next, I will type a comma and the word match, and you'll see it also pops up, so I'll click on that as well. This you may recognize this looks a little different than regular functions you have in Excel, but this uses two different equations, and when they're combined together, it creates a very powerful equation. Next, I'll select D2 because I am looking for apples and their quantity. So I'll type another comma, and then I will select column A because I'm looking for the word apple in this column. Finally, I would type another comma, and I'll type the number 0 because I am looking for the exact wording of apple in column A. I can type values of 1 and -1, but those are finding approximate matches in column A. If you know the exact text of your word in D2, that's in column A, it's to see best results, you should type in 0 because it's looking for the exact words. Finally, I will type 2 closing parentheses and click 0. And now you can see that it finds 3 apples as it is sees in row 4. Now, let's say we want to find the quantity of pears in column B. We don't have to necessarily retype the entire equation. We can type pear into D2, and the equation will update to say 4 as it matches in column 7. Now, we not only need to use, we don't have to only use this with one fruit. As on the next page, we can see that I have a list of a few fruits, such as this. And if I apply the equation downward to all the fruits, it'll collect the matching quantities that is in column B. Now, you may have realized at this point that this equation is very similar to VLOOKUP, which is much more popular than index match. Even though these equations are practically the same in the way I just showed you, index match is much more powerful than VLOOKUP because of its abilities to use columns and rows to find the desired output. Also, I personally find index match to be much more user-friendly because it uses actual column letters rather than counting the number of columns that VLOOKUP does. As you can see, you need to count column B is represented by the number 2 that I just highlighted in the equation. I won't dive too deep into this because this doesn't relate to index match a lot, but you can see how index or VLOOKUP is slightly more difficult. In conclusion, I hope you found this equation very interesting and helpful to learn about. In addition, I hope you found you can find an application for index match and a way you can use it in your daily life. Thank you for allowing me to take the time to introduce you to and expand your knowledge of index match.